very impressive. I have a question because I know that you are looking forward to your first co-op for winter outside the United States. Is that something that you still want to do?
Yeah, that's what I first thought about when I decided to run for BSA. At first, I planned to run for something bigger, but because I realized that my career, like in order to benefit my career, I want to do co-op work now.
Yeah.
But I believe that, so that's why I decided to run for marketing chair, because marketing chair, most of the tasks besides public relations, we already have, is to just to post on the social media, which can be done
Just,
outside.
excuse me for the, I just want to say a bit of question before you go on and answer it. So I guess I have this question because I have been there before. I've been like do a co-op abroad while I was in the Ecuador. So I know like going to a new country, a new environment, it takes a lot of energy from you, and then you need to adapt with the new environment. And during the weekend, you probably like want to travel a lot. So you're gonna have like some difficulties. I just want to know like, can you imagine? Can you like just think like what those difficulties might be, and how do you plan to maintain and expand the connections that you already have, but you are not like in Philadelphia?
Yeah. So first of all, for the obstacles, I believe that it will be communications like gap between me and other board members. This can be resolved if we can like actively like we have all the secretary for every meeting. So I'll have all of the meeting minutes upload on Drive so I can keep track of everything. And if they have any requirements for me, I can they can tell me directly, and I can like create impromptu posts on Facebook or Instagram. Like I do it all the time. And another thing is that I'm also studying abroad for the first few months here in USA, and I'm still working for a startup back in Vietnam where I also keep track of everything. I work as the assistant for the CEO, and I still send materials whenever he needs. I still provide assistance for our clients whenever they need me. I'll have their email, and we still keep contact whenever they need me. And that's what I've been doing, and I believe that I can keep track of everything, even though if I'm abroad, in terms of like either meeting with the board or keep track of everything, our members. And the worst thing is that I just only miss the first half of the year. In the later half, for coffee shop, our bigger events, I will be here. I will still make connections, and because like I said, all the organizations, they have the Facebook Messenger group chat where we kind of talk and like keep in contact, keep track of everything, talk to each other every day. So I believe that I can maintain that through this platform with all the organizations. And why don't we I will make it stronger.
Thank you.
So I have a question for both of you. So have you guys thought about like setting up like a specific goal for the marketing? Because as I understand, marketing related to like numbers and metric and goal. So have you guys thought about that?
Can you repeat your question again?
So what I'm saying is that like you have the fan page, right? And then you have a website. So
Yes.
you have the view and then
Yes.
the likes and the comments and all that stuff. So are you guys planning to set like a goal that you guys have to work to reach that goal? Like how many likes would you get during?
Like how many views,
Yeah.
how many people you can reach out. Yeah.
I think that in the beginning there will be difficulties, of course. Like as you can see that our Drexel pages, Facebook and stuff, the likes and stuff, we're not at that point yet. There's still like there's sometimes like you see the shares. There's only like 8 to 10 likes, maybe less. But like I think that we're both good, and I think that we have our very own strategy for marketing, and I think that the goal that I want to achieve next year would be like 2 numbers, maybe 3, for each post for events and stuff like that, and let's say how do you think about it?
Yeah, my goal is kind of different. I don't really care about how many people like or share or comment. My final goal is how many people actually go to our events, and that can be done through group messages or email, which I have mentioned in my strategy. And for all the organizations out there, I go to their Facebook. They don't have that many like or share or anything else. Even Penn VSA or Temple VSA, they don't have that as many likes as us, but they have more people attend their events because they have better strategy and they better engage the members from the beginning, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I do agree that sharing likes does not really represent like the influence of any events or marketing side of our organization. But I do think that it's relatively effect, but it's not necessary. And I'll try to connect and network with in person, not just like likes and Facebook. I mean, it's worth something, but it's not necessary, and hope I will do this for them.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question for Cuong. So your competitor have a lot of talks about problems within and our connections with other clubs and connections with our members. Do you see that, and what are your plans to improve that or change?
Like I said in my slide, maybe you missed, but yeah, I do not have that much so Yi have been in the marketing chair for that period she said about. So yes, right now I have to admit that I don't have that many relations, but I have the time and the location advantage. I said that I'll attend as many events and organizations like they have around Philly. I'll make new connection, I'll make networking, and I think it's a very good way to maintain relationship. I also want to propose some kind of events that like I said, like mutual event where organization of different places where we can meet up, make new connections. Yeah.
So first, congratulations to both of you. You guys have a good presentation. So my question is, both of you mentioned that you want to include more non-VSA, non-Vietnamese members here to make VSA more inclusive and invite people not only Vietnamese but also American Vietnamese and Asian and many more. And so what do you think? Once we have once VSA is that open, will VSA become another ASA or another networking organization? So the question is, how do you maintain the Vietnamese part in our VSA, and how do you make people when you have a lot of people, it will be more difficult for you to get a close relationship between people. So how do you make sure that people will have memorable events or memorable connections?
As far as I know, most agents out there, a really large portion of them are American Vietnamese. And when we try to engage other people into our organizations, maybe we already have Vietnamese, but when we have more agents out there, most of them will be American Vietnamese. And the thing today is that those American Vietnamese, they don't feel like they are welcome to our events. And even though they are Vietnamese, part of them are Vietnamese, we have to, and I feel like my mission is to make VSA a welcome to them. And if there are other people who want to know about our culture, they will come later. As we always that's a priority. It depends on each person as well. But once we target the Asian, most of the American Vietnamese will come first. And if we are afraid of losing our Vietnamese characteristic, I believe that with the culture show and with the small events throughout the year, with maybe cultural taste or something like that, and we provide food for them, we can provide Vietnamese food instead of just pizza or wings. That would be a really good way for other people to know about our culture.